Hi guys. Hey co-reporters and newbies. I am so sorry that I'm a little late. Look at me. I didn't even get to fluff my pillows for you. But we just came back from dinner. I was like, okay, let me go out to dinner. I have only one beer, so I'm still good of sound mind for this live stream. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to talk about this episode with you guys. So listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this week's episode of Teen Mom OG? I really want to know your honest answers. Here's the thing. Macie and Taylor were getting a little bit spicy for us. Remember, we had been talking about how they have not really been earning their keep on the show since they decided to boot out Ryan Edwards and his family. And so they decided to get a little bit spicy for us. I personally was quite surprised by Macie's behavior this week, but this is exactly what we needed from her. You know, a little bit of spice as the TikTok trend goes. So let's kind of just start off at the very beginning, because speaking of spice, can we get into Gary Shirley wanting to do joint therapy with Amber? What the heck was that about? Let me throw up the screenshot for you guys, because WTF. I don't understand why he needs to do therapy alongside Amber Portwood. You know, he tells his wife Kristina about it, and Kristina goes, and she's pissed, right? But she won't say it because it's Kristina. She's a sweetie. But she goes, once again, I get put on the back burner. What do you think she meant by that? Let me flip up these pillows while you guys leave your comments. What do you think Kristina meant by that? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Because here's my thing. There has been so many rumors for a long time that Gary Shirley was still in love with Amber Portwood. And remember, last season, Amber exposed him for like trying to like pet her or something, or cuddle with her and stuff. And we know that he had been cheating on Amber with Kristina, on Kristina with Amber. So of course, Kristina is a little bit kind of apprehensive about like their relationship, and especially him going to therapy with her. She's like, is this going to be strictly about co-parenting? Because I don't understand why you would need to be in therapy with this woman. By the way, you guys' ratings are low. 7 is the highest rating I've seen for this episode. It's low. Young and Pregnant is looking hella lit. Like, I have to do like a marathon day of this because I'm still watching it. It's crazy. Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing you guys see that there's a little bit of a red flag in Gary wanting to do that therapy session with Amber. So then we get a little bit of a throwback, you guys, to when Gary did initially go to therapy with Amber. And listen, it's been over 10 years that this show has been on the air, so I forgot how extreme it was, okay? So here is an image from the throwback when he and Amber are talking to their therapist, their counselor or whatever. And Amber low-key brags about getting physical, like beating the brakes off of Gary and stuff. And that guy was not having it at all. I really like this guy. He's like, first of all, this is going to impact your daughter, okay? She's going to be more likely to be a victim of domestic violence if she's watching you beat up your baby daddy. Second of all, legalities. What is the police going to be doing with you people when they find out that you're beating each other up, you know, especially with a child in the house and everything? And third of all, I'm not going to be able to work with you if you continue down this path. Honestly, I don't know the last time I heard someone talk so frankly to these teen mom people. So I was like, wow, this was an amazing scene. So after that, I almost said Chantal. Cheyenne, she's ready to give birth. So she's in the hospital, and she had her family watching the birth through Zoom. So here Zach is like giving the update to her sister and her dad and stuff. Like, her contractions were every 2 minutes at that point. And so here she is getting ready to push. And on the other side of this angle, which you see in this photo, look at the bottom right quadrant, you see Cheyenne's coochie. And like, she's got like her father, her stepmother, I guess like a cousin or something, like Zacks side of the family. I'm like, listen, this is all normal. It's all natural and stuff, but God bless the woman who can do this on Zoom with her entire family and like, you know, her man's family watching, because I personally could never. Like, I would be just so like, oh my God, I'm so like mortified by this, but oh my goodness, go Shy, go. Like, I really love the close bond of her family. Like, she had everybody on that Zoom. By the way, if you guys want to watch full episodes of Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant, all of those MTV shows. Make sure to get yourself a VPN. I've got an affiliate link to the one that I use to watch these episodes for free online in the description box down below. They're running a Black Friday special, by the way, where if you buy a full year in advance, you get like, I think 2 or 3 months for free. FYI. So now in the next scene of the episode, Caitlyn decides at the very last minute that she wants to have a baby moon. Mind you, no one in her world even really knew what a baby moon was, which was kind of cute to me. And I'm like, okay, so here you are due to give birth anytime, like within the next 8 weeks. And here you, and like now all of a sudden you are starting to plan a baby moon. Like, why couldn't you guys have thought about this like before, right? Like neither of these people work outside of the home. So I don't really understand why they couldn't have like planned for this before, because they're going to need a babysitter for their 2 kids and to manage, school and this and that for them and all of those schedules. So I'm like, this is them just being like typical them, right? Like not having any foresight into anything, despite having all the time in the world to plan for whatever it is that they want to do. By the way, I see Shan and Van, my lovely moderator, is here. Hi, Shan. Thanks for being here. So now we're going to get into the juice. This is where Macie gets really weird. So as you can see, it's time to pick up the children from school, and Macie is in bed, lying down because she's not feeling well. Remember, Macie's got PCOS. She might have had her period at this point, and she's also got PTSD. So it's only normal. It's only natural, right? So Taylor, as a dutiful husband, decides to call up a friend of hers, because all these kids apparently go to schools everywhere, right? Like all sorts of different places. So he can go pick up the boys. He can go pick up Bentley. He can go pick up Maverick, but he needs help picking up Jade because listen, this is the third school, like on whatever side of the city this is. So he calls Ashley, asks her if she can help, and she agrees to. And you would think that Macie would be happy that he took care of all of this and let her rest, right? Wrong. WRONG. Wrong, you guys. Wrong, wrong, wrong. She wakes up on the wrong side of the bed and she goes, it really bothered me that first of all, look at the decor of this house. It is, you know what it looks like? It looks like something out of a Tim Burton movie. Like these houses are just so ugly. I swear. Like, what is this, honey? What is this? It really looks like just so dreary and like mopey and just depressing. So anyway, she's pissed, and it's just so weird that she's pissed off at this man trying to help her out while she was sleeping. Like, it seemed like she basically said, listen, I would prefer for this to not happen again. Like, you should have like woken me up. We could have talked about this. It's like, sis, you were sleeping. Why would he wake you up to ask you to, like what? Like, it's just so weird. It really is. At this point, I'm kind of wondering, like, is this them trying to just kind of like step it up for us because they know that we're tired of their like boring scenes, like using Bentley's trauma exclusively and like, the PTSD. We've heard enough about it as well. I don't know. But Taylor was like, listen, I was helping you out on a day that you did not feel good. So I'm not really sure why you're upset with me. And then mind you, he actually also walks away. And I'm like, okay, well, like, why was he walking away? Was it because he didn't want to like laugh? Because he knew that this thing was like just them being like fake for the storyline? I'm curious. Let me know in the comment section, you guys down below. Do you think that Macie and Taylor are faking their marital issues for a storyline? Listen, I think they've got issues, right? And they've hinted at their issues before they were using them like on the show for real. But it doesn't seem like a real issue of theirs. I think that this was fake. This was them just like, just trying. So Eden, thank you so much for this super chat. Eden Ivy Moon. She says, you're a vision of exquisite perfection. Oh, wow. Thanks, girl. Gary looks at Amber the way I look at stuffed portobello mushrooms with ranch. He drizzle her in ranch and stuff her in mushroom. I know. I hate myself too. This has to be one of the funniest things I've read in a long time. Oh my God. And now you got me hungry. We just came back from dinner, but now I'm hungry all over again. Stuffed portobello mushroom. Yes, please. Thank you, Eden. By the way, I'm seeing a lot of you guys in the comment section saying that they are faking it for a storyline. Asia, like a lot of people have said, a lot of you guys have said that you don't really see chemistry between Macie and Taylor, but Listen, I can agree with that. I can agree with that, but I think it's like one of those different kinds of love, right? Like one of those more like stable kinds of love. After all of the crazy relationships that Macie has had, and that probably works for her for this phase in her life. I think I saw like the chat is going really quickly, by the way, you guys, but I think I saw that it was Ramster's birthday. Ramster, if it's your birthday, happy birthday, my darling. So now, next up, you guys, Caitlyn and Tyler's parents, of course, cannot watch their kids last minute for a week because Tyler's mom's working. I don't know what Caitlyn's mom does these days or whatever. But yeah, neither of them are able to watch these kids. And it's like, well, listen, you're not asking them to babysit like for a few hours or overnight or something like that. Like you are legitimately asking them to watch your kids for an entire week, and you're asking at the last minute, like they don't have other things possibly planned for their lives right about now. You know what I mean? Like, what the heck? What did you think about that? Like, are they as disorganized as ever? Like, what is it? What is it about these people that they cannot plan in advance? I was like, just when I was rooting for them, geez. So, after Kate reads that text from her mom saying that she's not going to be able to come help, Tyler sneaks off to the barn and listen, he walks by that horse, that long suffering horse. It did look brushed, I have to admit, but I forgot they even had a horse because you don't really see them using these things, right? And so he FaceTimes his mom to talk about how he wants to decorate the backyard, like put like all these little tea lights everywhere and stuff so that it could be a really romantic oasis for he and Caitlyn at home, like a staycation, a true staycation. And I thought that that was very, very romantic. So, okay, listen, Gary's relationship with Amber, you guys, we all acknowledge that we all acknowledge that that relationship is weird, right? Like that there's something on someone's end or on both of their ends that just is very inappropriate still at this point. So here is where that question comes into play again. Why the heck did he need to go to Amber's house physically to tell her that he would go to that psychiatrist appointment? Why? You know, this was not like a play date for their kids or whatever. He didn't bring Leah. So why did he have to go alone after these allegations that he low-key admitted to last season of him trying to flirt with her, put her head on his chest and stuff? I don't know, man. Like, what is going on? He's shady. He's shady, right? Like, was it like if you were Kristina, would you allow this? I know, I sure the hell would not. I don't know. Gary, he's weird. To me, he always gets a side eye. He's weird. He's given weird. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please make sure to give it a thumbs up so that I can continue to serve you videos in your algorithm in the future. So now, Taylor then tells Macie that they suck as a couple. And, you know, this scene as well just seems so like weird. You know, like, I don't know, like, I just don't trust their storyline. I feel like they realize that they don't have that much to offer us. Like, they can't keep talking about PTSD. They can't keep hiding behind Bentley. You guys know, especially my channel members, I was showing the DMs between Macie and myself, but she had DM'd me about a video I did last season about how, like, she just keeps hiding behind Bentley. Like, her stuff is all private and this and that, but Bentley is always like pushed out to the camera to talk about his trauma and stuff. So she now knows like the public kind of opinion of her using him way too much and hiding behind him. So she's being very cognizant of that and trying to not use him as much this season, you can see. And so now she's kind of like, okay, well, I guess we gotta, you know, really lean into this whole marital problem thing, I guess. So they talk to the therapist on Zoom or whatever. And well, you know, here's the thing, like, why do they keep saying that this is a telehealth counselor? What is that? Like, is that a therapist? Is that a psychiatrist? Is that a psychologist? Is that a couples therapist? What is it? You know what I mean? So anyway, you know, the counselor or whatever is telling them, you have to find the right times to kind of talk about the issues that you're having in your relationships. And so Macie says that maybe after the morning sex is when she can start bringing up the problems that she has with Taylor here and there. Oh my God, you guys. Let's see some of these comments. Elegantly Wasted says, I think that they're staying together for convenience. Taylor ain't wrong. Their relationship sucks. Their relationship is boring. It's true. It's true. Online therapist. Yeah, like this is crazy. No, she wasn't mad. She actually said thank you for the stuff that I was saying on my videos about her kind of just like using Bentley like way too much. And I think I saw a comment here asking, is it still there? Yes, all of my member videos are still there. They're archived in the members only playlist. So you would be able to find that episode where I have the screenshots and stuff. So next up, I have to say it was very sweet watching the Father's Day scene, Zacks' Father's Day scene. He comes out with a baby. Everyone's like, here's the new dad. And he's just talking about how excited he is to join the fatherhood club. And I thought that it was just so beautiful listening to all of these fathers, all 5 of them at this table are fathers, right? You know, one of them is a father of Cheyenne, the other is a father of Zach, and then they've got their other family members and stuff. And it was just beautiful. Like, I don't know, like it really was. And I liked how Cheyenne's dad brought up how, you know, especially special it is for them as Black fathers, right? With like this kind of stereotype surrounding African American fathers in particular, like not being in the homes and not being present in their children's lives and whatnot. And, you know, I think that that's what makes their scenes that much more special, you know, that this is like a very cohesive, loving, successful, and just, I don't know, like just beautiful Black family on Teen Mom. Remember, we did not have Black families on the show for the longest time, right? So it really is nice to see that at this point. So you go to youtube.com/gracereport/join to become a channel member. I've been dying to go to the Netherlands, by the way. It's not too far from me, and I'm dying to go. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here. So now, you guys, Amber admits, here's the thing. When Amber talked to the producer about like Gary going with her to the whole like therapy thing, I was like, see, she made it just so obvious that the reason she wanted Gary to go with her to her like psychologist or whatever was so that he could start coddling her again, you know, and so that she can keep getting away with being a deadbeat mom. Like her whole conversation with a psychologist was basically like, he'll treat me differently because he'll know about all of my mental illnesses. You know, now like he won't be so hard on me. He'll see why I don't do this, why I don't do that. And it's like, yeah, of course, like it makes things more difficult for you and stuff, but you were still like a certain level of deadbeat. You know what I mean? That I think is inexcusable. And I don't think that you can blame the fact that you keep molly whooping all of your baby daddies on your mental illnesses either. You know what I mean? And so I honestly, I had to be honest with you guys. I was disgusted by this scene of Amber, you know, like it was so self-serving. She didn't say, you know what? If we go to therapy together, I could see how I could better work with him to build my relationship with my daughter at the end of the day. Like she doesn't care about that. She just wants to be painted as a perpetual victim. And I can't, you know, mind you, you guys, listen, Mackenzie, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I skipped my way through Mackenzie's scenes because Mackenzie, she just keeps trying to give me trauma porn and I'm not here for it. You know, Cheyenne is just giving me just like happy, blended family, just doing their, you know, living their best lives, just being happy and stuff. And Mackenzie, like every scene is just so depressing. You know, it's, oh, my kids are failing school. Oh, it's, this is depressing me. It's that's depressing me. Like, yeah, I know that she's got a lot of things going on in her life, but I'm not getting enough of a mix from her. Even like her marriage, my marriage is awful. You know, I hate my husband. I hate this. I hate that. Like, it's just so much bad stuff. And I just felt like so much positivity from Cheyenne scenes this episode that I just did not want anything from Mackenzie. You know, I can't. Like, it's always something with her. Like, I need more positivity from like her side of the scene. Like, here's the thing, Mackenzie, she's an entrepreneur, you know, like she's got this like fitness thing. She's really into it. She's like out there. She's running her classes, her online business. Like, we don't get to see enough of that. That I think would be more compelling and interesting on Cheyenne's part. So I really would love to see more of that from her. Now, in the Tyler situation, look how beautiful this is. Look how the tea lights everywhere, the little table and everything, a hot tablecloth too for the dinner underneath the stars. It was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm really happy to see how far he and Caitlyn have come. You know, they've really fought through a lot. And honestly, here's my thing. The fact that they are like my age, which is what, like 28 years old or something, and they've been together for 16 years. That is so wild to me. I can't imagine having been with anyone for 16 years. I think back to the people I dated. I'm like, oh my God, imagine if I stuck with this person for 16 years. My life would not at all be even close to what it is now, Like, holy moly, I can't imagine. I really cannot imagine. Not to say it's a bad thing, but it's just wow. Like, just imagine where your life would be if you stuck with your first ever, like, love or boyfriend or whatever. Like, that is quite wild to me. Congratulations to them for making it work so young and for so long. Here they are, all these kids later, still chugging along with all of the drama that they've gone through as well. Hi, Gabby. Thanks for being a member. Nice to have you. We've got a new member video coming up tomorrow, by the way, you guys. I have to do a recap of Kale's Baby Mama's No Dramas podcast. So back to that happy family joy that I love so much from Cheyenne's side of the world. Wasn't this just so beautiful? She and Zach and the new baby Ace in his hands, Ryder, because of course Ryder is still there and she still needs to feel special and all of that in this, family. Corey comes home and they arrange the surprise for her and they're just leading her down the steps. Like, it's just the fact that they work together for this, and that Corey wasn't only excited to see Ryder here, but he was also excited to meet baby Ace too. Like, this family is just, they do blended family so damn well, right? So here he is with a sign, Daddy's home. I missed you, Ryder K. Ryder was just so excited. They just are just so happy. There's just so much love in this. I was thinking about it. I'm like, what is it that makes their scenes so special to me? And I'm like, because of course we had like the Macies, we have Chelsea, who are well adjusted and stuff, but Macie and Chelsea, their first baby daddies were like deadbeats, right? So like, it wasn't this level of, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't this level of happy family. It was like, yeah, they found someone new and had more kids with them and they were happy in that respect. But we didn't see their first baby daddy melting with their new baby daddy or husband or whatever. And like all of the families coming together. Like, we've only ever gotten that through Cheyenne. And to me, that is what makes her family so special. Like, I really love this episode. It was nice. It was beautiful. So for me, I know a lot of you guys rated it quite low, from 0 up until maybe a 7 maximum I saw up there. But just for those scenes alone, I would give it an 8. And to see Macie and Taylor get a little spicy too, that kind of like lifted it up for me as well. But again, I don't believe that the marital issues that Taylor and Macie are portraying on the show right now are real. I think that they are just trying to not get let go from the show or anything like that. They just want to have some kind of content there, And then what else? Gary, the whole Gary and Amber thing. Yeah, like, let's see how therapy goes next week. Okay, you guys, the episode is finally going to be over the season. Hallelujah. Guys, it was so boring. This season of like every season gets more and more boring. You know what I mean? It's just depressing. But honestly, you guys, I'm so far behind. I'm sorry, on Young and Pregnant and on Vanderpump Rules. So I really want to do like a marathon day where I do like 2 or 3 episode recaps of those things like all day long or something, So stay tuned for that. I know tomorrow I'm going to do Young and Pregnant an episode or 2. And then I've got a live stream for my channel members coming up about Kale's podcast and stuff. So keep an eye out, you guys. And if you enjoyed the stream, please make sure to hit like on your way out. Thank you so much to my channel members for being here. Thank you so much to my channel members, my premium co-reporters, and thank you so much to Shan and Van, my lovely moderator, for being here as well. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I'll see you again tomorrow for more recaps. Okay, take care.